Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the King's Academy class of 2021, I would like to thank all the families that are here today celebrating the completion of high school with us. You all have sacrificed so much that we could attend the King's Academy, and we are thankful for the opportunity you have given us. Each of you has positively impacted our lives in some way, and we could not have made it this far without you all. If you are the parent of a student graduating today, could you please stand up for a moment? Next, I would like to ask the teachers to please stand for a moment. Teachers, on behalf of the senior class, I would like to thank you for providing us with a premier education, for believing in us, inspiring us, and for investing your time and efforts into our futures. The impact that each of you have had on us will be long-lasting, and without you all on our side, we would not have grown into the academic scholars that we are today. To the class of 2021, we made it. We completed high school and are now in possession of an invaluable practical knowledge that real-world adults use every day, such as, for example, how to divide polynomials and analyze 18th century poetry. My fellow classmates, please stand for a second. Together, we overcame obstacles, whether it be the COVID-19 pandemic or calculus, and successfully finished high school. And for that, I would like the audience to give one more round of applause for our graduating seniors. So, believe it or not, like many other things throughout high school, I actually procrastinated writing this speech. I was unsure of what to speak about, so I put off writing the speech until I discovered some sort of inspiration. Originally, I thought about titling my speech, "Brutally Honest Salutatorian Regrets Being Second in His Class." But I didn't want to take any glory away from Kyle. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you obviously have never been anywhere near TKA's YouTube page. However, yesterday at graduation practice, I sat right there in that chair, and I looked up at this stage where I'd be giving the speech. I got a little nervous because unlike some of the other people giving speeches and performing, I have never been in front of a crowd this large before. Or have I thought to myself. And then I remembered the last time I was on a stage in front of a large crowd of people. It was in the TKA Theater, my freshman year, during a Christian concert that the school organized for us one Thursday instead of chapel. Yes, some of you already know what I'm talking about. And others are shocked that King's would actually organize a concert for us in the middle of the school day. Well, they never organized another concert for us. And you're about to find out why. So here's the story. On a sunny Thursday morning in 2018, the King's Academy administration invited the entire high school student body to the newly constructed theater during normal chapel hour to worship Jesus with the highly distinguished musical group, the Social Club Misfits. Most of us were pretty confused about why we were having a seemingly random concert in the middle of the day, and we became even more confused when we discovered that the musical group was a Christian hip-hop band. As the group jumped around on stage and rapped about the resurrection, most of us stood awkwardly in front of our seats, wondering how we found ourselves there. But then something amazing happened. As our allotted chapel time came to a close, many students suddenly became more energetic and began making their way to the front of the theater at the base of the stage, creating a huge mosh pit. Looking back, It was really impressive that the entire student body realized simultaneously that if everyone went to the front and joined the mosh pit, we would not have to go to class. So each time the band finished a song, we would all chant, "One more song." And the band would feed off of our excitement and keep going. Before long, over half an hour had passed, and the situation was only escalating. At some point, the band started pulling students from the mosh pit onto the stage to perform their own unique dance moves. Kids on stage were doing the worm and backflips. And, for some odd reason, I also felt compelled to ascend to the stage. As I stood atop the stage, I took a minute to look around at my surroundings. I remember it like it was yesterday. The jubilation of the student body, the skill of the upperclassmen performing dance moves next to me, and the panicked face of our principal in the back, who probably thought there'd be some sort of lawsuit if a student got injured on stage. Well, unfortunately for me, I do not possess any sort of dancing skills. And so, when I got on stage, I did the first thing that came to mind, which was, for some reason or another, to jump off of the stage and into the crowd. Luckily, the crowd caught me, but I don't think administration was very happy with me about that one. I shared this story with you all today because when I reflected upon this event, I learned 3 important lessons that I would like to encourage you all with as we head into the next chapter of our lives. First, I learned the importance of working well with others to achieve a common goal. If the entire student body did not work efficiently together at the concert that day, we all would have had to go to class. But because we all worked together, we were able to enjoy an exciting, action-packed concert. This is true for life too. If you are able to work well with a team, whether it be in college or your professional career, you will be much more successful. Secondly, I learned that leaping into the unknown can be intimidating, which is why having a strong network of friends and family to support you is so important. When I leapt off of the stage that day, I really did not know what I was getting myself into. Jumping off of the stage was probably a bad idea, but I had the support of my friends in the crowd to catch me when I fell. We are all about to go to college, where most of us will be entering a completely unknown environment. While this may be challenging for some, I encourage you to remember that we all have people to catch us when we fall, and those people are sitting right here in this room today. Lastly, and perhaps most importantly, I understood the value of learning from mistakes. The reason we have never had another concert at the King's Academy during chapel hour is because whoever was in charge of planning chapels learned from their mistake. We must do the same in our lives as we exit high school and enter the real world. In high school, chances are we've made some mistakes. Perhaps we have put off studying for a test to do something more fun, made friends with the wrong person, or trusted someone that we should not have trusted. I urge you, my fellow classmates, to reflect upon your experiences throughout high school, learn from them, and apply them to your life so that you can become the best version of you in college. After we receive our diplomas tonight, we will no longer be under the oversight of the King's Academy. We will no longer be bound by the ambiguous strictures set forth in the student handbook or under the constant surveillance of the office. However, I encourage you to retain the lessons that the King's Academy has instilled upon us over the years, because most of them will be very helpful in our futures. Thank you all.